Hey everyone, it's Cooterz with another unboxing. I'm doing this same unboxing again. We're unboxing the SmallHD 502, which is a field monitor. SmallHD is a company that's located in North Carolina, I believe. Anyway, I was saying I'm doing this again because I accidentally streamed this last time, which was embarrassing, but a lot of people who watched my stream got to see that, so I guess that was cool. And luckily the box that it comes in actually is not really sealed in any way, so there wasn't any packaging or anything I had to take off. So we're pretty much good. Anyway, like I said, it's a field monitor. It's basically a monitor you use in the field, like outside, or you can use it indoors and stuff. And it's basically an external monitor that sits on your camera you can rig it up, via hot shoe, cold shoe, really. You can rig it up with, a rig, shoulder rig, something like that, or any just camera rig in general. A lot of people use them because it's just easier when you're filming in higher production things, where say you have your camera in front of you. A lot of people use DSLRs to film video, and the screen on the back is very small. It's about 3.5 inches, I'd say. And the problem is it's not very mobile in the sense that it just stays here. It's static. So if you're holding your camera up to your face, that's one thing. That makes sense. You can use that and it's fine. But if you have it on a rig, on a shoulder rig, say, you have it up here and your camera's going to be actually out here somewhere. And you can't really look over and, see the monitor on the camera itself. So a lot of people have invented these things that are just really external monitors, but they have a lot of features and tools like focus assist and color grading and histograms and stuff like that make filming on the fly much easier. So anyway, let's get into the unboxing. Here we go. This is the SmallHD 502. 502 being 5-inch for the 5, and 02 being just the second model they make. The 501 is the HDMI only. 502, which I didn't need, but I bought the HDMI plus SDI because I needed it now for TwitchCon. I'm going to use it there. And as you can see down here, it says SDI, HDMI. If you notice that SDI in and out, a lot of people don't know what that is. But what it's used for is in high-grade production, where it carries a very similar signal to HDMI. It does, high-end video. I believe it probably does audio as well. But the connector is different, as you can tell. It's a circle, right? It's very much like an XLR cable, where you have this little nub here that interlocks it. So when you click it in, it's not going to get yanked out, because the worst thing that can really happen, not the worst, but one really bad thing is during production, your HDMI cable gets yanked out and you lose footage, you lose your monitor, stuff like that happens, and everything just has to be redone for the most part. And it just saves a lot of time and money if that doesn't happen. Anyway, on the back it just shows very, very, very minimal input output stuff, display features, specs on there, picture of what it looks like on the back. And that's about it, a little bit more. The same thing on the front, on the sides. It's very, very minimal, the packaging, and it just has a magnetic, flap, which you kind of pop. Oh, sorry, let me take this off first. Oh yes, I forgot to say, all it says on this box is, you have chosen wisely. And I was going to say something else, but all there is a magnetic flap, as you can see, and everything else on the side except for this little serial number is just white. It's very minimal. It's very much like an Apple type packaging, I guess you would say, in terms of it's just white. And inside they always put the actual unit right here. And that's actually all you get in this one, because this is the 502 without a bundle. If I were to pick this up, there's actually nothing at all in there. So that's it. Here's the unit up and close and personal. I haven't taken the screen protector off because, like I said, I'm basically just took it out and that was it. See a little nub joystick there, back button. It's kind of about as big as an iPhone 6, but a lot thicker, as you can tell, because you need to add a lot of components in there, right, for the monitors, not just the screen, but the CPU and stuff to run the tools. On the back, here's your two HDMI in and out, and also SDI in and SDI out as well. LPE6 is a battery for Canon, for a lot of people who don't know what that is. It's a very common battery that's used in a lot of the higher end Canon DSLR cameras, and this is an example of the LPE6. Sorry, my cat's going crazy because there are people working my deck. So really all you do is to power it on. These aren't charged, unfortunately, and I don't have a charger than my parents. You just pop, one in, and then you need two to power it. It doesn't actually have active power. So active power, you can rig up something, I believe, but this is a headphone jack, not actually active power. So it's a headphone to listen into what your camera's recording when you plug in through HDMI or SDI since it carries audio. So this is about how big it is, like after you put in the power. It's pretty hefty. It's about maybe a pound or so after I put on these batteries. And then to rig it up on my camera, I'm going to show you on the SL1 that I unboxed before. I have a little swivelly hot shoe, but we're just going to show this stationary one. And all you do is, it's a pretty standard, I believe 3/8 inch is what it is, mount. Maybe it's not, maybe it's 5/8. I don't know what this is. But pretty much you just twirl it around and just you need a little bit of adjusting. So normally you would have this facing away from you, or facing towards you, sorry, when the camera is facing away, so facing away from the lens. The reason why I don't is because I plan to use this in a selfie type scheme. So this is what it would look like. Sorry, just this thing is actually not, this mount is actually very, very inexpensive and not great, but there you go. So that's what it would look like on this camera. It looks a little bulky for this camera because this camera is tiny. On a normal Pro DSLR, this would look kind of normal. Still a little big, but you know, it's their smallest model as of now. They discontinued the DP4, which is a 4.3 inch screen. This is jam-packed with a lot more features, but this is what it looks like. And to hook it up, obviously, I would show you and power it on, but I don't have my batteries charged, and also this cable is dead, unfortunately. But the way it would work is this is a 1-foot cable. Plug it into the mini HDMI port here, and it plugs right in the back of the HDMI in right here. And that's pretty much what it would look like as a rig, just by itself, you know, with the cable. And if you want to do like, this is what my selfie is going to look like. It's going to be like really, really over the top, super professional screen with a very entry level DSLR. But you know what? I didn't have an articulating screen. So, hey, now I do in a sense. So just had to spend about as much as the camera, or more than the camera. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks guys for watching. I'm going to be unboxing next the Sony MDR blah blah blah. It's a Bluetooth headphone. They're discontinued, but I like them because they are pretty good. Their newer ones are slightly different. I'll talk about when I do the unboxing. And also, I still haven't done my unboxing yet with the SL1. That's going to come as well, probably tomorrow. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next unboxing. Bye.